What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. I'm David Mazzei Formula. We haven't ran this car in 2 months since we went out on Barber with Brian Leonard. I'm about to fire it back up for the first time. Took 2 months off. Swapping out the spark plugs. You can see the old ones here, pretty fouled out. They've been in the car for a full season, almost about 2 years since we first tuned the car. They did pretty decent. I mean, the electrodes aren't worn down. These are iridium race plugs, but I'm going to swap them out into some new ones. I'm going to put some 10s heat range in, 7420s NGK iridium race plugs. These are the bad boys from Japan, $35 a plug.
What's the part number on those things?
7420 NGK. So I'm going to stick these bad boys in there. We're going to fire this thing up for the first time in a while, see if she runs. So first thing, put a little Antiseize on the threads, just a little drop. And a little bit of dielectric grease on the end, just so the wire makes good contact. It's insulated. I'll throw this thing in.
Are you gonna kind of nut and bolt the car as well, like while we're
Yeah, we're gonna
here?
go over everything, get the car up in the air. First, we're gonna fire it up, see if it runs. Warm it up, get the oil temps up. I've already changed the oil. Usually run like a 60 weight. I've swapped down to a 50 weight just because it's cooler outside. So we're gonna fire it up with the new plugs, and then let it warm up, make sure it revs right, everything's working good, and then we'll get it up in the air, check over everything, check all the ball joints and control arms and all, and then if everything's looking good, we'll take it for a little ride as long as it's not raining.
Yeah, it was raining in town. It's sprinkling out there, so probably not a good idea on slicks, but we'll see what we get.
So the goal here is get this thing running, and then we're going to increase the nozzle on the methanol injection so that we can bring the IATs down a little bit, which is not really a problem because it's on E85, but I just like to be better safe than sorry. I'd like to see the IATs be a little bit lower. They start to climb on the 5th lap at the racetrack, 4th, 5th lap, just from heat building up with the water system. So we get the IATs down with a bigger nozzle, then we're going to turn the boost up. We've been running 10 pounds on the racetrack. We're going to go up to 20 and make about 1,100 horsepower. And we're going to get this thing out on the street, see how it pulls. I've got a little draggy box that's going to check our 60 to 130 mile an hour time. And then we'll see, how it does. Maybe we'll take it out to Texas 2K and fuck around and find out.
How bad is it getting plugs in this thing? I'm sure everybody wants to know. Is it really that bad?
It's pretty bad.
You got 2 coils removed.
Yeah.
So how many of these like coil stacks do you have to remove to get to each?
Just the first one, because I can't get around the alternator.
Yeah.
With my left hand.
So if you remove that first set, you can get to the
to
rest
the
of
other
them.
ones.
Okay.
But you can see the scars on my arms.
Yeah.
So I'm already cut right here.
Yeah.
That's just part of it.
Yeah.
You got like a shoehorn this big engine in here.
Yeah.
So.
10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, that's for sure.
So we'll see if it fires up. It's been sitting with the 85 for 2 months.
Should
Trying
be
to burn it out. I changed the fuel filter, changed the pre-filter on the mechanical pump. So if it still runs good, we'll just burn this E85 out, drive it around, and then I've got a whole tank over here behind you, 55 gallons of some fresh stuff, and some new Super Techniplate oil to go in there. So
Techniplate.
Be pretty good to go.
Yeah, right on.
That's the last one. I like to get them a little bit past finger tight. Rotary engine, you don't need them torqued down super hard. Just kind of go until they get nice and stiff, and that's about it. All right, now we're going to throw the coil packs back in. All right, what do you guys think? Is it going to start?
Yeah, I think it'll start.
All right, this is the first we're going to come in here.
Let me come around back so I can see.
We flip on the electronics. Open the AccuSump right here. Can you see the valve?
Yeah, hang on.
Watch that pressure gauge drop. Is it bleeding down?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we got oil pressure. Now we're going to fire it up. Prime the fuel system. Go.